is show me your budget and I'll show you what your values are. Every budget has two pieces, what your core beliefs are and then how you collect the money and spend the money. What we're seeing in Iowa is we have problems with dirty water that never get fixed and we claim we have no money. We like to have clean air. We like to have public education available to all students in this state. We think money should be spent for post-high school education, making sure that people can afford those educations. Public health is important to us, parks and recreation, but we never seem to have enough money. And it's because we are spending our money on large tax breaks to large corporations, cutting the taxes that we collect from them, and we're forcing the taxes onto the middle class because they don't have a way of shifting those taxes to someone else or getting the same tax breaks. And so we care deeply about whether or not things like tax increment financing takes away local taxes. Sometimes tax increment financing is used to fund things that we don't like tearing down wooded areas or expanding into farmland. Sometimes those research activities, tax credits, are funding things that we think should be better funded, like a public research activity at the universities. So we care about how our money spends because it affects all of our things that we do at the legislature and all the things that we do in front of the agencies.
In terms of values, right? We live in a democracy, and in a democracy we have a government, and the government, as Lincoln said, should be of, by, and for the people. That means everyday people are making decisions that benefit the people. And when I say the people, I mean everybody. So that's one. Two, if you think about it, you really can't have a private sector without the government and the government services that are provided. Businesses, in the example I used earlier about the business, the road is provided by the city. The street lights on the road are provided by the government, right? The water system that gets hooked up to the factory is the public water system. The sewer system is the public sewer system. These at night when it's dark out, the police patrol the street so that the factory is protected, right? We've got all these investments. And so you can't really even have a private sector without government and government services. And if you think even harder, those workers, they got to drive from their home to the factory, and they need a road too. And those workers might want to go to a restaurant when they're off work, and they can rest assured that the food being served at the restaurant isn't going to kill them, because the health department has come in and made sure that the people know what to do to make sure the food's safe, right? And they have water at the restaurant to serve you water and to wash your dishes. You can't really even have a private life and do all the things you want to do. You want to go to the baseball game? Well, you got to ride the road to get to it. And there's a street sign. You got to stop your car so you don't kill. Again, you can barely make a move to do anything, to get to work, to get to recreation as a private citizen without the government. So really the question is, what kind of government are we going to have? Are we going to have a government that pours our money into refund checks for big profitable companies, or pours our money into higher education or K-12 or after school programs or preschool to help our kids, right? To help us all be successful across the community. And that's, I think, a narrative. In a democracy, we have a government. It should work for all of us. We couldn't have anything. We don't have anything without it. It's the basis of all the things we do in the private sector. And the question is, do we have it? Does it work for us? Does it do it efficiently? Does it spend our money the way we want it to? And I just want to leave with that idea that we don't make that case enough. It's always tearing down government. It's always cutting down government, making it smaller, right? We had a pandemic, the phone, who did everybody call when the pandemic got here? The government, right? We have a flood. Who do you call? The government. Mm-hmm. Your house is on fire. Who do you call? right? So
Yeah.
we gotta reframe the discussion here around why the government is important to our lives and our success as private citizens.